All right, let's just dive right into this explainer. We're unpacking how blockchain and AI agents are frankly converging to completely revolutionize our digital identities. We are looking at a massive shift today. We're finally moving away from those clunky, overly public web experiences we're all so used to and stepping into a highly personalized, deeply secure future.
And you can see that shift right here with the Midnight ecosystem. The brand itself represents this massive pivot from traditional crypto setups toward highly personalized, private AI environments. Just notice how sleek and understated it all is. This isn't just another new blockchain project. It's an entirely new architecture. It's built totally around collaboration and giving you, the user, the ultimate control over how you interact with artificial intelligence and digital commerce.
But before we get totally lost in the tech, I want you to ask yourself a pretty critical question. We live at an age where AI companies are literally starving for your context. So, if an AI agent managed your bank account and your private health data today, who would really own that information? Because right now, every prompt you type, every little piece of data you share, it's usually just absorbed by these massive corporate language models. We absolutely need a better way. So today, we're going to map out this new digital frontier. We'll quickly run through 1, the Gravity product strategy, 2, welcome to Midnight City, 3, the Midnight Passport explained, 4, setting guardrails for AI, 5, the health data use case, and finally, 6, the future of AI companions. Okay, moving to section 1, the Gravity product strategy. Let's look at how all this stems from a broad philosophical shift in how tech is actually presented to us. So the old, ridiculously expensive way of blasting your logo on the side of a bus? Yeah, that's out. Traditional tech and crypto marketing relied way too heavily on broadcast messaging. Basically, just throwing tons of money at key opinion leaders and crossing your fingers that something sticks. But Gravity products? They take an attractor and aggregator approach. They pull you in with a persistent, highly engaging digital world. This brilliantly illustrates how projects are actually doing way more with less. They're creating these strange, exciting experiences that actually retain users and build real emotional connections. Rather than just reading a boring FAQ or clicking around a static website, you're engaging with a digital founder or a really interactive visualizer. It's all about aggregating a community in a single space that actually resonates emotionally.
Section 2. Welcome to Midnight City. Now let's zoom into the specific playground where these Gravity products actually live.
The developers behind this are iterating incredibly fast to build a robust space where, eventually, you can just plug in your own personal AI agent to handle utility tasks or even gaming experiences. We're moving from this immersive visualizer in version 2 right now, approaching version 11, and hurtling toward what they jokingly call version 3000. That's the ultimate hub for agentic commerce. Picture a persistent digital world where your personal AI can interact, trade, and literally play games with your friends.
And to make these agents aspirational, the developers are heavily leaning into deep gaming nostalgia. Think about Cortana in Halo, or The Sims, or even that calming, hyper-local aesthetic of Nintendo dogs. The underlying philosophy here is that by tapping into those familiar aesthetics we loved in classic simulation games, we create a much more comfortable, low-anxiety environment. When the stakes feel lower, we just naturally interact better and build a genuine shorthand with our AI.
Section 3, the Midnight Passport explained. But, how do you actually operate safely in Midnight City? That brings us to the core mechanics.
The Passport is absolutely key to collaboration across the whole blockchain universe. It ensures that as you participate in the human economy, your personal data does not leak. The entire ethos of Midnight is about collaboration. So instead of fighting with other networks, the Midnight Passport acts like a secure bridge. It lets you use your existing properties while keeping your sensitive info completely locked down. They actually refer to this as dark mode. It's seamless. You commit an asset from a main public chain, say Ethereum. You move it into the Passport. You manipulate or trade it completely privately using Midnight's tech, and then you just return it. To you, the user, it just feels like operating an incredibly intuitive app. But under the hood, your transactional privacy is perfectly preserved. Section 4. Setting guardrails for AI. Okay, let's talk security. Because frankly, giving an autonomous agent access to your wallet sounds pretty terrifying. Right? If your AI is out there conducting agentic commerce on your behalf, we need a rock-solid way to keep it in check. Think about it. If your agent is venturing out into Midnight City to negotiate, buy resources, or talk to other agents, you definitely don't want to wake up the next morning to find out it drained your entire life savings on digital real estate.
Dr. Beckman uses this absolutely brilliant analogy here. It's the allowance analogy. Giving your agent a spending policy is exactly like giving a child a limited cash allowance at the mall rather than just handing them your platinum credit card. By creating strict spending policies, you're putting up the necessary guardrails. The AI has the autonomy to act on your behalf, sure, but only within the exact boundaries you've mathematically defined for it.
Section 5. The Health Data Use Case. Let's ground this with a real-world example to see how this builds into something deeply, deeply personal, like your healthcare.
So your Midnight Passport isn't just one giant monolithic file. You can selectively disclose specific slices of your identity, like your health data from a smartwatch or wearable, only to the people who truly need it. You might have one profile for work, one for home, and one for going out with your buddies. You have 100% control over delegating specific parts of these profiles to your AI agent.
The absolutely crucial point here is that instead of some massive tech conglomerate hoarding your data, your local private AI companion uses it solely to watch over your well-being. Imagine an agent that continuously monitors your vitals. If it notices you're suddenly deeply fatigued every single afternoon, it actually has the authority and the contextual data to advocate for you with medical professionals, and it does this securely without ever exposing your broader identity. It's essentially a dedicated, incorruptible caretaker.
Section 6. The Future of AI Companions. Finally, let's explore the really visionary stuff. Where are these personalized agents heading next, beyond just simple utility?
Now think about the sheer efficiency of nature for a second. 250 watts. That is all the human brain needs to run. It proves that the massive, ridiculously energy-hungry AI server farms of today simply aren't sustainable long-term. As AI evolves, it's going to hit this energy crisis. The solution isn't just building bigger models, it's building smarter, much more localized, and vastly more efficient models.
So, we're moving toward a spectrum of personalized edge AI that pinballs around to learn efficiently. Your phone is already incredibly powerful, right? Soon, you're going to have smaller, highly active agents living locally, right in your pocket. They'll only call up to the larger mothership models in the cloud for heavy reasoning when it's absolutely necessary. And fascinatingly, to maximize this efficiency, these local agents will likely invent their own lingua franca, a totally new, optimized machine language, so they can communicate with each other way faster than human English allows.
Remember playing Metal Gear Solid back in '98? Every boss battle felt pretty conventional until Psycho Mantis literally read the saved games on your physical memory card to mess with your head. It broke the fourth wall and threw you completely off balance. Well, the developers of Midnight believe our AI companion should similarly challenge us. They should break the static mold and interact dynamically with the multitudes of our own personalities.
Dr. Beckman notes that as these AI agents learn our cues and start reading our minds, they're not going to replace us. Instead, they act as tools for us to know ourselves in greater detail. Think about the chess grandmaster effect. Before computers, we only had a handful of grandmasters. But once literally anyone could practice against a highly capable AI in their living room, the overall baseline of human play skyrocketed. We have more grandmasters today than ever before. Interacting daily with advanced private AI tools will inevitably elevate human intelligence in basically every field.
So I'll leave you with this provocative thought. As we build these secure private multiverses in Midnight City, what new version of yourself will your private agent discover? If history is really just consciousness coming to know itself in greater detail, these personalized, highly private AI companions might just be the greatest mirrors humanity has ever built. Thank you so much for joining me for this explainer. Keep learning, keep questioning, and I'll catch you next time.